It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us we've got 3rd and 5 or less. We have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're running. Ingram. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. But Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive lineman involved and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Handoff comes to Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing,
Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Ingram's got the first down and more. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now up for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Carr now on first down. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Check 26, check 26.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Carr going to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A give. This is Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Flushed out right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 2nd down. Now Carr finds his tight end Ingram, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Now Carr. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Again, it's Carr. Drops it off for Chubb. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
We're getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Working with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Carr now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he
takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown. Well, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Ingram again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 41, Carr. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. I'm here all day. 6-18.
Here's Carr to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing now is Carr. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 22. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go screen. This is Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And again, it's Ingram. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Carr. Pass complete to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Now Carr. And a quick throw here that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Carr to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
93.
Throwing his car. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Carr to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Steelers have just shown up this week.
I'm on that shit, boy. Let's go. My division, nigga, because I'm winning out. You already know that. You know I need that bye, so fuck all that. Dude. I see my nigga tackle me earlier. I said, look this nigga, yeah. Would be me. Your linebacker number 5, me. I was dying laughing. I said, wow. That nigga inside the goddamn. Fuck. That nigga fast, dude. I said, God damn, nigga shot out a cannon. I seen that shit. Number 13. I said, look at this dude, Joe, man.
And they will take a knee here.
No, what really hurt was them fucking 2 back-to-back sacks. Because you kept trying to run the same play twice.
For the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And it was their defense that really made a statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game? But what a second adjustment. Whatever they did in the line, it certainly worked. It certainly did. And you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second.